Bournemouth 1, Manchester United 1. No red card and no party blood. And to add insult to injury, yeah, Liverpool are champions and Manchester City just booked themselves into another final. And I'm assuming that's another trophy for Man City in their supposedly worst season in a long time. They're going to finish in the top 4 with a trophy, bro. If that couldn't make today's result, today's performance, and just make my day even worse, bro. This Manchester United Football Club, brother, I'm just tired of this. Like, I feel like it's the same game. Like, it's the same game. It's like we're watching the same game on repeat all the time, fam. And I had a man in my comments talk about, what you want the manager to change the system already. Man said already. Brother, we've lost nearly 20 league games, yeah. Man's talking about already, bro. Like, I feel like these Man United fans, yeah, they just like pain. They like suffering. The standards are at an all-time low today. Absolute dross, bro. And man are still going to make excuses for Ruben Amorim. We got smoked by a Bournemouth team, yeah. A Bournemouth team that, brother, most man can't name more than 3 men at Bournemouth, yeah. And we got smoked. A man can say, Rants, it's the players, it's the players. Brother, every team we play against is better than us, but it's the players. So what are you saying? We should have got relegated then? Because we drew with Ipswich as well, blood. And them man are relegated. So, I don't even know what man's on at this point. Like, we've already been told, yeah, that Bruno's better in the double pivot than the 10. So he plays Bruno in the 10. Kobe's better in the 10 than the double pivot. Play Kobe in the double pivot. Mazraoui as a wing back. We know he's not good there. Like, bro, the list goes on, bro. This guy does not learn, bro. The football's crap. It's laboured. It's slow. The only time we looked half decent, yeah, was when they got a red card. That wasn't a red card. Similar to the Leon one. Wasn't a red card either, bro. So what? We don't start playing until the other team gets a man sent off. And then we go 4 at the back, yeah, and we start to move the ball a lot quicker and a bit more urgently, yeah, and then we score a goal, which was pure luck anyway. Ugarte shot the ball, yeah, and then Rasmus Højlund deflected it on target, or even redirected it. Maybe the shot was on target, I don't know. It was a rubbish shot from Ugarte. And we get a draw in a game that we didn't deserve, and then it papers over cracks again. That's a game that we should have lost, deserved to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's no positives to take from it. After the game, the manager was saying about the Rasmus situation. Sometimes it's not just about the goals, it's about the overall play. So I don't know if I'm taking it as he's saying, yeah, cool, Rasmus scored, but he's shit. Maybe he is saying that. Maybe he's trying to make a point of saying that Rasmus ain't good enough. But either way, neither is he. He's not good enough, bro. Bare people want to make excuses for this guy. I said it before. If he was Graham Potter, do you know what I'm saying? If man's name was fucking Adam Smith, yeah, this brother would have been out on his arse a long time ago, bro. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. The brand of football is not good enough. The substitutions ain't good enough. Even the win that we got, yeah, it wasn't because of the subs. We're 1-0 down. This brother took off Kobe and Casemiro, yeah, and Harry Maguire, and brought on Mount, Ugarte, and Lindelof. Like, what are those subs? Like, what are they? Like for like subs, bro. If that, bro. Like, we need a goal and you bring on Manuel Ugarte, yeah, and fucking Mason Mount, bro. That is, and what? And Lindelof. It's not even making no sense, bro. Them subs, yeah, those were like them preloaded substitutions where man was just going to make those anyway. And then, after the game, he said that Bournemouth defend similar to Bilbao, so... No, was it Bilbao? Yeah, to Bilbao, yeah, so we can learn something from today. Well, boy, if Bilbao defends similar to Bournemouth, we're fucked, mate, because we never look like scoring. How are we meant to go to Bilbao and score goals if we're going to play like that? Because if he's telling me that that was a dress rehearsal for the Bilbao game, hey, lads, we might as well not even fucking watch it. If that's going to be a dress rehearsal. It looks like we're not seeing that final. Because that today was nothing short of embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And it's so bad that it's like, it's not even worth isolating individual players, yeah, for their performance. If we actually look at the goal, it's a collective shit show, yeah, Onana's got his foot on the ball, yeah, baiting the press, yeah. And then once we're under pressure, he forces the ball to Luke Shaw. And then Luke Shaw gets the ball and forces it to Dorgu. When Luke Shaw's got a player pressing him, Dorgu's got a player pressing him. Luke Shaw should have never gave Dorgu the ball, yeah, in that situation. Because Luke Shaw's facing up the pitch, yeah. He can play the ball vertically. Dorgu's not even facing upwards. If anything, Dorgu's facing him. So him fizzing the ball into Dorgu's feet, yeah, when Dorgu's got a man closing him down and Dorgu's left-footed anyway, he's literally pulled the pin from the grenade and thrown it to him, bro. That's what he's done. And Dorgu's ended up losing the ball and then we concede. Great finish from Semenyo, yeah, but avoidable. And that stemmed from Onana and Luke Shaw, but Dorgu's the one that's going to get the criticism for it because he's the guy that got dispossessed. But it was a collective fuck up. And other than that, nothing really to speak of in the game. Garnaches, as usual, missing chances that are easier to fucking score, bro. It's what he does. It's what he does. If this guy is still at the football club, yeah, at the start of next season, this club don't want to win anything. They don't want to win anything. Rasmus Højlund, absolutely embarrassing as usual, but him and Garnacho always start and finish games, bro. So as much as I'm getting frustrated, yeah, with them, they're not picking themselves. Cheeto came off the bench, yeah, and at least he was causing a bit of problems, bro. I'm for one, I've always said I don't think Cheeto's anywhere near ready, but at the same time, he can't do worse than Rasmus Højlund. He was at least getting shots on target, yeah, and causing problems with his movement. Rasmus's goal that he scored today pretty much hit him. He didn't really know much about it. Ugarte struck the ball, and I don't know what's happened, if he stuck his leg out or if it hit him. I don't know. Like, it's inconclusive when I watch it. He looked like he didn't know very much about the goal. But that's all we had to really show for a very, very poor game. Collectively, the team couldn't keep the ball. Kobe looked like he was struggling in the midfield. Like, our midfield was getting overran with him and Casemiro in there. Do you know what I mean? And we know that Kobe's not a double pivot player, but the manager's still forcing it, bro. And I just don't know why, bro. Now, I just don't understand why, yeah, like, he's getting protected so much. I don't get it. Like, I understand that we can definitely do better in terms of our recruitment, but at the same time, in order to rebuild a squad, you don't need a manager. That's the whole point of a football director in the first place, bro. And that's the whole point of having a gaming model, is that you should be able to replace certain parts of the squad if they don't fit a certain profile. You don't need a specific manager for this. Like, we've seen Chelsea, they've done their full rebuild with about 4 managers. Like, Maresca's the manager now, but they had Poch before that. They had Potter before that. They had Tuchel before that. And if you want to go back as far as, who was before Tuchel? I think Lampard. That's 5 managers. So, in the space of time that Todd Bowie's been there, I think they've gone through 5 gaffers in like 2.5 seasons or something stupid like that. So, there's no reason why, irrespective of who's in charge, that we can't rebuild this squad. So when man are telling me, oh, like, we need to be patient with this manager because we need a rebuild, the two things are not linked. We can still get rid of this guy, yeah, and still rebuild this squad because we'll know what areas of the pitch we need to strengthen. The data speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. So Ruben Amorim, this Brett has to win the Europa League. If he doesn't win the Europa League, yeah, he shouldn't be here next season. I've not seen a single thing, yeah, from this manager, from his player profiling, from his usage of the players, from his team selections, from his substitutions. I've seen nothing from this guy that shows me that not only is he an elite manager, but also that he can improve. Like, he's not doing the basic things right. If you can't even pick a cohesive 11, yeah, like, how do you improve on that? Because I know you're not doing it on purpose. You genuinely think that you're making the right decisions when you're making them. Your subs are crap. Your style of football's crap. Everything about what you're doing is crap, bro. Like, you're crap. That you have to be. Do you know what I'm saying? People say, oh, but look, we done at Sporting. Who cares, bro? there's been so many examples, yeah. There's been so many examples of coaches that have come from other leagues, yeah, and done well previously and not done well here. That I don't care what you done at Sporting. That it's neither here nor there, bruv. Do you know what I mean? What you shown at Manchester United, yeah, would have got you the sack at every other club in the Premier League, every single other one. And as we're sitting here, the guy that beat your team last week, yeah, that's just pulled up at Wolves, yeah, I got another flipping win. I think they're like 6 or 7 games back to back. They've had wins, bro. We can't even get 2. We can't even get 2 wins in a row, and people are still making excuses for this brother because they fancy him, bro. Like, there's no reason to be blindly backing anyone. And when you speak to these Man United fans, they're all saying the same crap. Oh, Rants is the players. Look at all the managers they got sacked, bro. These are the same players that have had us celebrating lifting trophies for the last 2 seasons. You can't pick and choose, yeah, when they're completely useless and when they're not, bro. It doesn't make sense. These are the same players, yeah, against Leon, yeah, that turned the game on its head and probably gave you the best evening of football, yeah, that you've had probably in the last 10 years in terms of how you felt in a football match, bro. These are the same players that did that. So you can't pick and choose, yeah, when it's them and when it's not them. There's not a single player that is flourishing in the system, so you have to blame the system. If we were playing well collectively and we were saying, you know what, Garnacho's missing his chances, which he is, and Hoyland's not scoring goals, but everyone else is fine, then it's simple. We replace Hoyland and Garnacho. But when we're looking at a system where Dorgu played in a back 4, now he's playing in a back 5, he don't look comfortable. He looked more comfortable when we moved to a back 4, yeah, after the red card, and he started interchanging and doing things. He looked way more comfortable. He don't look comfortable as a wing back at the moment. Nobody is flourishing in this system, but everyone's blaming the players instead of blaming the system and the manager, bro. It's easier to change the system and the manager than it is to change the whole squad. It's very, very simple, yeah? Like, as much as we're not great, there's no way we go from wherever we were, yeah, last season, 8th last season with a trophy to pretty much 18th, bruv. There's no way we go from that. Bro, that is inexcusable. These Man United fans that are making excuses for this man, you're a loser, bro. You're a loser. I'm not saying that you need to want him out of the club, yeah, but he needs to be held accountable for the shit that we're seeing every week. He needs to be held accountable. You won't hold him accountable, but sooner or later, he will get sacked. He will. He has to. Because this guy, yeah, if he doesn't win this Europa League and he doesn't get sacked, he's probably got about 5-6 games to save his job. That's it. And I don't think 3 or 4 players, yeah, turns us from a team that nearly got relegated to a team that's going to be competing for top 6. Because this is not a 1 or 2 player job situation, bro. Like, the gap between us and other teams is not 1 or 2 players. It's clearly coaching. Because Bournemouth absolutely beat the brakes off us, yeah, quite comfortably for the majority of this game. And they've got a coach here that is better than ours. He might not have the accolades that our coach has, but you could clearly see which team was coached and which one wasn't. This wasn't about the individuals today. So we can be in denial. We can say whatever we want to say. But the bottom line is, yeah, as it stands, this is not working out with Ruben Amorim. So he needs to change something, yeah, or he will get sacked next season. He will. Like, this cannot continue.